That it, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to Animation with Krycklund. Okay, so we're gonna do the thing. Hey, what's up? Hey, it's the funny podcast gang.
Did you include that bit that
no,
Dan just said?
I was just waiting for.
That's a major spoilers, love, and you're just gonna open with
Animation with Krycklund? What the fuck have I signed up for?
You better not upload this in 2015 or you're gonna be in big trouble.
Okay,
I thought this was a pizza party podcast, you fucking fraud.
Hey everybody, welcome back to FODCam. Welcome to the FODCam reunion fun time. Hey, it's
back, baby!
It's back with a vengeance.
It's the song that never ends. No!
Yeah. We got me, we got J-Rad Gex, we got Jovial Cereal Box Dan, we got Tom Mace, and yeah. Basically, anytime I'm in a Discord group, it sounds like a fucking poorly constructed joke where it's like, oh, a fucking Swede and an American and 2 Australians watch 2 fights. Like, fucking, okay.
One of us has to become a priest so that it then becomes...
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
Well, love, it's time for you to step up.
It's time for me. Okay, yeah, I'll become a priest.
We need a priest, a rabbi,
a rag guy. We know.
I could be a Jew if I wanted to.
I'm sure you can. Well, let me.
Why don't you want
Just
to?
have to believe.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Just believe in
Hayden?
the goo as a Jew.
Listen.
What fucking?
Put on the.
I want to celebrate Christmas, okay? I don't want to celebrate Hanukkah.
That's fair enough.
I want to believe in Santa Claus and hell.
Yeah, man. Have you seen those menorahs? There's like fucking 12 candles. It's a huge fire hazard.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. Did you guys know that? By the way, love, have we started?
John Hughes
of
movies?
course.
It's like 16 candles. It's a fucking fire hazard.
Did I ever tell on Thought how my sister chose to be Jewish for like 2 years?
No, probably not.
So
that's a pretty big dick maneuver right there.
Yeah, she just decided to be Jewish, and my mom was like, "Fuck it, sure."
If you're male, that's a slightly less big dick maneuver.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
so
you lose out
Because
on
of
a
what
little
that
bit.
belief requires.
well, and it didn't involve much. It's not like she went to like mass or anything. She didn't buy a Quran. All that we did.
Why would
was
she
we
buy a
bought
Quran? Why would she buy a Quran?
Wait a minute! Wait, shit! I didn't mean a Quran. Shit!
She didn't even buy a Quran
or something.
It is a Torah. Quran is Muslim. I'm sorry. Actually, that reminds me. My
That
brother.
was the next year she decided to do that.
No, my brother became Muslim for like a year.
What is your entire family is just all of them are just different strange religions. Like your dad is gonna be like a Hindu.
My dad said pick a path in life. Like he said, never believe in one religion. You can believe whatever you want. And so my sister became a Jew, my brother became a Muslim, and I became fucking nothing.
Yeah, of course you became
And
nothing.
I became a disappointment.
Yeah,
and I became a YouTuber.
Yeah. Fucking disgusting.
No, but just to finish off that story, all we did was we bought my sister a menorah, and then she celebrated Hanukkah in the really traditional way, lighting each candle a day. And then she got a present every day. I don't know if you guys know a lot about Hanukkah, but you get one present each day.
Get like 12 shitty
And on
presents.
the 5th day, she got fucking Harry Potter for the PC before I did, and my mom wouldn't let me play it because she's like, no, it's your sister's. No, I'm not fucking 23. I was actually 3.
This is like the story of. This is the origin story of like 95% of our atheism's user base.
I just imagine like 2 years ago, you're like, I didn't even get Harry Potter for the PC.
Once when I was 2 years old, Mom don't let me play Harry Potter. I hate
it. Was bullshit. I had to sit next to my sister during the cutscenes, and she was like, "You don't get to listen to it.
You don't get to listen to it."
That's so Chad. Holy shit.
Only
leave
people of the Jewish faith can listen to the truth.
Is it the Chamber of
Only
Secrets?
Jews can read Harry Potter.
So in this scenario, you could say that Jews were controlling the media.
Yeah, exactly. Hayden, she was controlling the media.
And here we go.
I mean, it was in this moment that I started to sympathize with the assassination of Jesus.
The assassination.
I'm led to believe from this that Jesus didn't let anybody else play Harry Potter.
He was having, dinner with the 12 disciples, and he was finally at peace in life. But there was an assassin at a table nearby, and "Don't Stop Believin'" played, and then the credits rolled, and it's implied that Jesus may have been killed.
That's fucked up. Fellas, pour one out for Jesus. I've never gotten the pour one out thing. It's like, why am I supposed to pour it out? What the fuck? Just pour it out.
It's just an excuse to have a drink.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the opposite of pouring one out.
No, you are meant to pour some onto the ground. Because the earth is thirsty.
If you're at their grave, but if you're not, then you pour one out to drink in remembrance.
Yeah, exactly.
What if you're commemorating the planet?
You know, I've never...
Well, find the planet's grave, Tom.
I've never
It's
fucking...
probably that trash heap in the ocean.
Find Captain Planet's grave.
Dude,
Oh, yeah, true. That's probably the only
Because we all know he's dead.
Somewhere in the PBS archives. Was he PBS? He was probably PBS. I don't know.
Yes, I think. No, actually, I think he was Cartoon Network.
No, he would have
Time
been
to
played
look
on
him up.
that
Boomerang or
was like
something.
one of those really old channels, like fucking...
Ted Turner and Barbara Pyle were the creators, so I don't think that's PBS.
Oh, it was on TBS.
Oh, there we go, TBS.
Whatever the
Ooh.
fuck TBS is.
And produced by Hanna-Barbera, so yeah. it
I've
could
definitely heard of
play
that, yeah.
Boomerang.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
a saying I've never fucking gotten, and I don't know if I probably made this goof a million times, but seriously, the phrase having your cake and eating it at the same time, it's like, cause like, okay, you eat your cake. What's the point of having a fucking cake? Just having a dusty old cake in your fucking closet. Why would you want to have
don't
your
display countless cakes in a
Yeah,
in
exactly.
a cupboard in your home?
You just have a
It
dusty
stemmed
cake
from
on top.
people playing Minecraft where they'd spend years crafting a cake and they'd leave it in their house.
That makes sense, yeah.
Thank you, Thomas the Minecrafter, for that insight.
Oh, fuck, that's deep.
That is why I never made cake in Minecraft. Just like, what's the point? It's so fucking hard to bake, and then you're just
Because
like,
you
okay.
gotta have your cake,
You get a
can't eat it
cool
too.
little achievement.
That's true, yeah. Holy
And you
shit.
could also make the most impractical staircase of all time.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, hold on. Are you saying that you can make a staircase out of cake?
Yes, you can, because if you place a cake
That's actually pretty
above
random.
another cake and then incrementally take one piece away as you go up in the layers, you can use it as a staircase.
I am
it's
now
actually-
gonna fucking do that.
It's actually one of the most efficient ways to make a staircase because within the space of one block, like wide, 1 block long, you can travel up, I think, 7 blocks tall.
All right,
Then again-
I'm just gonna
Thanks,
do
Tom.
that now.
But
Hey,
then
everyone,
again,
everyone,
the ladder
bully Tom in the
exists.
comments. Please dox him.
Okay.
Wait, why?
Just be like, "Are you
You
fucking?"
can find me at the street corner of. Let me look at a street corner in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Just fucking.
Tom,
dox or
don't
try to-
actually dox yourself like half of my fucking friends did on ThoughtCan.
When did everyone dox themselves? I wasn't there for this. I was never there when we were like, "Hey, let's all say our
I mean,
address."
aside from my last name getting dropped every fucking episode, I never said my.
All right. Well, there was that. I swear to God, like Matt at some point said like his street address or something, and
No, I
then
think it was a
Skylar.
suburb or something.
Oh, was it? All I know is I kind of like I flipped on that because I really hate when people do that. And then 4 times on stream, my friend Skylar, who did end up on an episode of ThoughtCan,
Get it on
kept
the
fucking saying his exact home address, and he did it as a joke, and I'm like, it's not a fucking joke.
Yeah, it's not a joke if you actually do it. It's like if you actually just like, "Oh, here's where I live."
It's the difference between like, haha, I'm doing this to make you mad, and I'm releasing crucial information.
Yeah.
Here it is.
But he doesn't
boys.
live there anymore, so.
Yeah.
70 South Bank Boulevard, 3106,
The fuck is
South
this?
Bank, Victoria.
The fuck is?
That's not Tom's real address. You can
Okay.
look
No.
Hayden could dox my real
But
address.
that's where you can find him if you want to square up.
If you want to square up, meet me out front of Marvel Stadium
Dude.
at 5 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon.
That reminds
That's a
me.
real thing, by the way.
Yeah, and I hate it.
Wait, what?
Marvel Stadium.
Marvel
It's
Stadium. So it used to be,
it's a stadium sponsored by Marvel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought that you were going to say that every Sunday at 5 p.m. or whatever, people meet at Marvel Stadium just to fight.
I'm sure they
Oh,
do.
I wish it would make the place a little bit more entertaining.
It's like fucking Shenmue when you go to like that basketball court to train and then 700 dudes show up just to kick your ass.
700
shut up and
character
roll
models
there.
flood in. It crashes the Dreamcast.
It really is like a lot.
That would honestly be great if you just
It
walk in.
just becomes Tekken and the controls are awful.
700.
Ugh,
Christ.
Shenmue.
Dude, Shenmue
The
is
objective of
fucking
the fight
hilarious.
is to defeat dudes before your system crashes.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be perfect. Somebody needs to mod Shenmue to have that.
Oh shit!
Wait.
Oh no, that's an ad. Sorry, I got an email talking about Deliveroo, which is a food delivery service, but bleep that out because you're not sponsored.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's sponsored by them.
Yeah, we're actually sponsored by Uber Eats. Use the code Krycklund for $5 off your first Uber Eats order.
Use the code Marcus the Sheep for $8 off your fucking life insurance. Well,
I like the idea of Uber Eats selling life insurance.
yeah, exactly.
Can I have insurance delivered to my house? Yeah, it was taking about an hour though.
Oh, I just found a fucking
And then
delivery
it shows
guy.
up and the dude's eating your fries.
Oh, you fucked. Dude, he delivers your the fucking fries on top of your insurance paper. Just fucking...
Love, you know how I called you like 2 weeks ago and
Yeah.
I was talking about how I ordered food and I was waiting for it to show up and then I had to leave because the food had showed up.
Yeah.
And how Carl's Jr. is cursed for me because every time I set out with the intention of having it, something gets in the way. I got food poisoning from it.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Well,
Yeah. So I don't think the universe wants me to have Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
You know, I actually
Carl's
had the same
Jr.
issue.
stinks.
Huh.
I was on a flight. I think this was ASM 2018. I want to say it was when I was flying to Adelaide. Might have been PAX last year.
Oh shit.
One of the two. I had Carl's Jr. as well because I was like, whoa, that's an American chain. That's pretty cool. I'll try their food. And it was a little expensive, but it was quite nice.
Yes,
but
it's 12 bucks a burger or
it's a
something.
lot of food. And I don't know what the fuck was in it, but like I had to use the bathroom repeatedly before the flight. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to line up because I need to get on. That's like, it was the most uncomfortable fucking flight because like 5 people were just like ready to use the plane bathroom. I'm just sitting here like, yes, my fucking lower intestine is dying.
Oh, dude, that was me on the flight to North Carolina because I had Dunkin' Donuts at
man.
LAX. I had a sausage, like an English muffin with a sausage patty and egg on it.
Yeah, I remember you saying this. You were getting Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm like, isn't that a bad idea? Isn't Dunkin' Donuts like really low tier and not good? And you're like, nah, I'm in America. I'm gonna get American food. And I'm like, yeah,
Also,
you know
I
what?
was
That's
fucking
fair.
starving and I wanted a coffee. So I thought,
You were
I'm like,
in LAX. There's more than just Dunkin' Donuts.
No. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is great.
I had 15 minutes, Dan. I had very little
Oh
time.
yeah, that's right. We just happened to like meet by pure chance.
Yeah, by
Like-
timing, because we were heading in the same direction. It worked out vaguely.
Yeah, and I gave you a D&D shirt.
Yeah, you gave me Kiki's Delivery Service on Blu-ray, which I have yet to watch because it's a region-locked copy.
JB Hi-Fi sells a region-free DVD player for like.
Isn't there a thing though with like region free stuff where like region free is in itself a region where like there's US, then there's
Yeah,
this,
it's
and then
it's region 0
yeah.
is region free.
So it won't play on Region 1 players.
No, it will. It will. It's like they just class it as 0, but it just all it means is there's like no region encoding or something.
Yeah, anyway, so...
I mean, have you tested it?
With a region 0, yeah, I have.
oh,
no,
this
I mean
is a
Tom.
region... This is like a Region 1, it says on the disc.
Yeah.
Or whatever the
Blu-rays-
continental
damn it,
United
Tom.
States is.
You
which I think
fucked
is
up.
wrong.
Blu-rays region A is the one that
A?
won't play for you because we're region B.
Oh, yeah.
So
All I know
we-
is that we share with the UK.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
I know that much.
Tom, you really fucked
Because-
up on this one.
You can order Blu-rays from Arrow Video reliably because they encode all of their Blu-rays as region 0.
I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, so I had this sausage and English muffin thing, and for the entire 5-hour flight to North Carolina, I was just sitting in my seat, just going, "It's gonna happen. I'm gonna die." Like, I didn't know what end it was going to come out of. I didn't know what was going on. I was like in a state like a fever dream. And then the plane landed, and I said to myself, I've made it. Then I stepped off the plane, and the food poisoning practically disappeared.
Oh.
I don't know what happened.
And then you also took ages for your fucking bags to come out.
Oh yeah, because we the bloody high school band class.
That's right. Yeah.
Were traveling on my flight, so all of their instruments had to come out. All of their bags had to come out.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we had to drive for 3 hours after that. Or at least we didn't have to drive. We had to sit in a car for 3 hours.
Yeah. With Stu's mum.
Wild trip, honestly.
That's pretty fucking
I mean, I
wild.
still haven't gotten over the psychological trauma, but it was a wild trip.
Yeah.
Man, you got
Actually-
me craving fucking Chick-fil-A now.
I fucking know it. It's a pain.
They opened in
And-
the UK, but they're not open here.
No, I think it's because we're godless heathens, except that we're like a very majority Christian country.
So I have a question.
What's up?
Has anybody here ever gotten like so like violently sick that it was like a traumatizing experience?
Yeah, actually.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah, kind of.
Like
I know I definitely have.
2012, for some reason, I just woke up in the middle of the night and I was just constantly throwing up like
Oh.
yellow bile.
Oh.
Oh.
And then, like, I instantly woke up throwing up.
Oh, yeah,
I ruined
yeah.
I ruined a rug in my room that I had to throw out, which sucks because I like that rug,
Yeah.
and really
Had
tied
a
the
whole
room
bunch of
together.
cars and roads on it for your Hot Wheels.
Fuck off.
Yeah. you just puked on it and went, ah, no! Just shrieked.
And they're just
You're going
scooping
my
it
Hot
up.
Wheels.
Yeah. You just,
Just trying to scoop it up. Just go, no!
Dude, he lost his Speed Racer Mark V Hot Wheel in the puddle. It was tragic.
It was a puddle of pure acid.
It
so
just
the cars
flowed
You tried to
away.
put the
melted.
vomit back in your mouth. You're
was
like,
like
I'm
Alien.
making a mess.
it was like fucking Alien. Your bottom, your neighbors were just like just dripping down on. That's great.
You lay in the pile of your own bile, just
Yeah,
in
long
agony.
story short, after like a period of like 2 hours, it eventually stopped. I think whatever alien parasite had been like buried in my stomach just vanished. Maybe that's what happened on the plane as well. Maybe the parasite was trying to come out again. But
Yeah, you should get that tapeworm checked.
I have no explanation of what happened. It was just like incredibly painful, incredibly sudden, and it was like 4 a.m.
Probably stomach
I went
illness.
back
How
to bed.
old were you?
I would have been like
this-
13, 14.
Wow.
See, yeah, that's the thing. When I was like a teenager, like in middle school or whatever, 13 to like 15 or something, I also would just get routinely sick, but it would happen a lot. And it was the kind of sick where I didn't have any food in me, but my body just needed to vomit. So it would just vomit bile. And
Oh.
you just do it. You get it out of your system and then that's it. Like it happened to me once or twice, and that was enough for me to be like, okay, I just won't go to school. But then it became such a frequent problem that I would have days where I vomited into the toilet and then was like, well, time to go to school.
Oh my god.
God.
It's just a part of my life now.
I used to get knocked out from school for like a week or 2 at a time because I would get the worst tonsillitis. Like I'd be
Ooh.
throwing up. I just would not be able to speak. It was never really traumatizing. Although when I got my tonsils removed, when I went to get up and like leave the hospital, they obviously give you like a little bag in case you feel ill because you've been like lying down for like 2 or 3 days. And I remember like throwing up in it, and it wasn't I feel ill. It's just like you have to reject something, and it was like dark red chunks.
Oh. It's fucking
Nice.
I'm pretty sure it was
What?
just like from when they cut the tonsils out. There
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
like,
it would have
blood
been
that flowed back
like
into
the
me.
medical remains.
Okay.
This is
And it was
cursed.
probably chunky because I fucking when I came out of the operation for dinner, I had like chicken nuggets.
Hell yeah.
So,
You really
think
were
that's
slated to be a gamer
bloody
your entire
chicken
life.
nuggets.
Oh,
I think it helped that I was probably like still really high off of morphine.
probably.
Morphine high is
remember-
really fucking great.
Yeah, it really is. It's fucking.
It's funny because
I understand why people want heroin.
Yeah.
If it's the same,
Thank
if
you,
it's the
Tom.
same high as morphine but addictive, I understand why people are addicted to heroin.
Yeah. It's
My
lovely.
fucking brother, when he got his wisdom teeth taken out, I'll never fucking forgive him for this shit. To be fair, he was high when he was coming out of getting the wisdom teeth taken out.
Okay.
But when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I was just sleepy. Fucking my brother kept fiddling with his stitches the whole drive home.
Oh.
Like he was
Ripping
talking to
it off.
us. Yeah, like you know how with your wisdom teeth you just have like cotton in the back of your mouth.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, just
disgusting.
soak up the blood.
My brother was trying to like tell us a story, and both me and my dad could not understand him. But we just kept going, yeah, okay, all right, all right. And then after a while, I think he realized we weren't listening, and so he started. No, he started like going
What?
like he started. Yeah, he started making like little like raspberry noises, but
Yeah, but
intentionally.
That's a great way to fucking spray blood.
That's what he fucking did. So we had to stop by the hospital to get like additional medicine, I guess. And then
to put
as soon
him
as
down.
Dad was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go get the medicine. You watch the boy," they leave, and then Liam is still going, and then he just starts bleeding out his mouth.
Just
and I go,
jab
"Good
him with a
fucking
needle and
all
he just
right."
goes to sleep for like 8 fucking months.
We didn't have any napkins, so I was like, so I was telling him like, "Suck it back in, suck it." We don't have any napkins. I called Dad and I'm like, "Get some napkins." And then he fucking just keeps going. He keeps going. And then he starts bleeding all over his shirt, which was my shirt.
Oh.
So just these big, long droplets of blood are getting all over my fucking and not to be petty, but it was one of my favorite shirts.
Wow.
He just started bleeding all over it. Eventually, Dad came over with napkins, and I fucking held Liam's mouth down with them.
I used to get it's very, very rare now, but more frequently I used to get very spontaneous nosebleeds. So I know
yeah,
how
same.
fucking annoying it is to
Fucking
get like it used to be really bad. Like maybe when I was like late childhood years, early teens. I used to get some that they would last for like 2 hours, you know, and I'd have my head like
Jeez.
propped up. I'd have like an ice pack, and it just would not fucking stop. I fucking hated it. But now it's fine. It's like I get a nosebleed and it like goes away in like a minute, and I'm like, wow, that's perspective. I'm like super grateful that it only lasted that long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, I fucking...
No, the only I think the only time I've been like catastrophically ill, and it was like close to traumatizing, was when I got a flu in summer at the beginning of this year, and I had to work, and I felt like I was gonna collapse. Like it was. I ended up just like texting the manager and I'm like, look, you got to book me off like for like a few days from now, because I can't work for you.
Oh.
So I got days off, so it worked out.
Shit. Oh, hey, that's good.
Dude, I fucking... The worst sickness I've ever had, it wasn't necessarily... Well, it might have been the worst one, like... It's just how long it went on. During, I think it was May 2017, I was literally... I had, like, basically the common cold, or whatever the fuck it is, for literally, like, a month. Like, it just persisted for that fucking long, and it was so miserable. I just worked from home that entire time, and it was just, like, I couldn't go anywhere. It was just fucking... I hated it. It was...
Goodness.
Yeah, bro.
Have you ever been like so cold that you're shivering?
Yes.
Yes.
Oft.
And I mean like a sickness cold, like you had a cold that made you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
That,
fun.
that like never happened to me my whole life until like maybe a year ago, and because it never happened my whole life, I was thinking, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Shit.
Little did you know you are. You always coughing, like literally every single call. You're just like.
Little did I know I didn't actually die, which was pretty good for me.
Wow. See, here's the thing. I very, very rarely get sick. Like, I literally get sick 1 to 2 times a year. That's always the case. I've never gotten sick more than that ever. And there have been, like, several years where I've gone, like, you know, several year time span without being sick a single time. So it's
No, I'm the same. Once I got my tonsils out, I like became fucking invincible.
yeah.
I would take, I mean, with the exception of like this one flu I got recently, the only other time is like, I'd get a stuffy nose and a light head cold, which is like, doesn't stop you from doing anything. But this was in high school, so I'd be like, Mom, I'm sick. Let me stay home. She'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Because I very rarely would take time off to be sick.
Yeah.
So the very few times where I would say, look, just give me the day off, she'd be like, all right.
Give me the damn day off.
My family used to have a thing called mental health days, where if school was just too traumatizing, we could have 2 days out of the year to just be like, can I just have a day off?
That is fucking fantastic.
It was
like
amazing.
So we would have like those days at school where you don't do any classes and it's like a swimming carnival or a sports carnival, which sounds like fun, like even if you're not into sporty shit. But they're boring because most of the time spent is just sitting around. And then you run for a bit and then, because, you know, they like divide it up into different groups. And it's like,
A mate of mine showed me High School of the Dead during the swimming carnival.
Huh.
And how did you like it?
I was 13 and it had tits. What do you think? What do you think, Hayden?
I've heard a lot about this show.
I learned about High School of the Dead from this dude who I'm pretty sure is like a serial killer now, but I knew him in high school, and he ran up to me with like a printed out picture of fucking the
vintage.
He sent me a printed out, because this was like, all you guys are little youngins. This was like 2010 when it came out or something.
That wasn't
And
that
so
long
he
ago.
just like gave me a printed out like picture of like the title and like all the characters on it, and he was like, dude, I just discovered this new anime and it's the best thing in the world. And I was like, whoa, the best thing in the world? Wow, I should watch it. I watched like one episode and was like, all right.
Is that the show with the girl like dodging bullets like the Matrix?
Yeah, that's like
okay.
episode.
Yes.
That show.
And her
that's
titties
the only
flop
thing
in the
I've seen.
wind.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just really funny.
My favorite bit is in the first episode when the guy, like he's running up the stairs and then he kicks open the door and sees a bunch of zombies, and then he just screams, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
I was like, all right, and what? It was like the first anime I heard someone say "fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't
you
swear
went
in
from
anime.
Naruto to High School of the Dead. The best jump
That's-
you could possibly ever make.
That is quite a leap. Yeah.
Damn.
Then again, I guess the first episode of Naruto did have like a dude get impaled, and he was like totally okay.
Nah,
It was
but
totally okay. Okay.
He was totally okay. He was impaled, but he was looking at Naruto, and he's all like, "Don't worry, I'll recover." And it's like, "Hey, no, you fucking won't. You're dead. Look at you.
Yeah.
you're already dead, mate.
Look at the state of you. You ain't coming back."
Hey, was that you when you were sick?
That was
Anyway,
me.
so sorry for derailing that. Swimming carnivals, Dan.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Dan has muted.
Sorry, I was
Never mind.
just talking to someone, and even though my keyboard is much more kind on the ears, I just mute. Yeah, no, they were always fucking boring because like you would go and you'd be sitting in the bleachers and they'd be like damp, and you'd be like, I don't want to be here. I want to be like in a pool, fucking around and swimming. It's fun. Or you'd be at like a sports carnival and it's like a hot, like fucking humid day, and you're just like, I don't want to be
In a
here.
field with very
So
little
when I got
cover.
into my senior years of school, 11th and 12th grade, I'd just be like, you send me here to have a good education. I don't have any classes on this day. Why should I go? and then my parents would be like, yeah, that's a fair case, I guess. Just make sure you're doing work that day. And then I'd play games all day.
Yeah.
Fucking got him.
And then I had I remember someone in my fucking grade saw me online on Steam and messaged me and was really pissy, and I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fuck off
Yeah.
and go sweet loser.
Yeah.
I used to have like a big like this big problem back in like 2012, I think,
You
where
still have
I started
big
making more friends on Steam, which meant that I had to deal with more people on Steam.
Well, I guess
So-
that problem persists until today because you have apparently a billion people messaging you at all times.
Listen, well, it's more of a problem with Steam though, because I just want to play a fucking game, and this is, I'm not saying anything about any of you, because sometimes we do message each other when we're playing games, usually like a game that we know. But back in 2013, I would play any given game, and some dude that I barely, and some dude, yeah, and like a dude that I met on Team Fortress 2 or something, he would just message me and be like, yeah, it'd just be like Legacy of Kain 2. Wow, I hear that's pretty good.
Wow.
And you're like,
So,
who the fuck are you again?
I used to be really into that with like, games, finding people, social, yes. But then you just kind of find your group of friends online and then you don't care anymore. It's like, I'm not that fussed. So like my Steam now, you will never see me online. You will never see what I'm playing because it's just permanently and invisible. Because that's the
Because if you
best
want
way
people to
use
know,
Steam.
you'll
Well,
let
like
them know.
I don't even show when I'm playing a game on Discord. Discord only tells people when I'm streaming.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, if you want someone to know that you're going to play like TF2, you tell them.
You just message them. Yeah. Yeah, no, like I cleared my Steam list. I made my profile like private unless you're my friend, and it's just like it's nice. I don't get bothered by anyone.
I guess this is the difference though between the people with friends and the people that don't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Me, Hayden? Is that me?
The haves
What-
and the have-nots.
Love, you're fucking talking to your friends right now. What do you mean?
No, I'm not.
Wait, we're friends?
Nah.
What?
What if during
People
one
get paid
record?
to do Thought
What what if during one
Yeah,
recording?
I've just been doing this for the paycheck.
Everyone
By the
will-
way, when is the paycheck arriving?
By the way,
I have
thanks
to
for that
go.
$2,500 Patreon cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, guys. The pay rate for a Thought Can appearance is $25 an hour.
Yeah.
An hour.
Yeah.
That's why. So that
Nah,
means that
it's-
Dan
it's-
specifically
it
makes
differs.
more money.
Yeah, it differs per cast member.
Yeah.
I'm more desirable.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah,
I say
I'm
that
on
because
minimum
every
wage.
time Dan's. I say that because every time you're on, Dan, we always record for like 3 hours.
Dan is off giving
Yeah, exactly.
lectures about living in a society, so it's fine.
Yeah, but also
I haven't seen that movie yet. I'm seeing it tonight.
It's
actually.
good.
Oh.
I don't have a wiki
Apparently.
page, so of course I'm not a high-paying member.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
Fucking
don't
Tom.
even want to think about that fucking wiki.
I looked it up.
what
I don't
was the
think it
deal with
exists
that
anymore.
wiki?
So tremendously
The-
unfunny.
Yeah.
Which now hold on.
yeah.
Which wiki are we talking about? Because I think I know what you mean. But
What
I don't know
fucking
if-
wiki do you think we're talking
Was that
about?
the one where I was?
Publicity.
Was
I'm
that
just
the one
Listen,
where
no. Because okay, I asked because Dan and I have both been on the Pizza Party podcast, so that's a wiki.
Oh yeah, no, we're on that wiki. I'm okay with being on that one.
Okay,
No,
okay.
that,
Yeah.
that gets you a premium on Thorcan if you're a Pizza Party member. It's why you
Yeah.
don't like
That was-
having. It's why you don't like having Nolan on because it costs too much for him to be there.
It was fun being on Pizza Party, but it really wasn't my fit because I think they were discussing a whole bunch of shows at that episode that I paid no attention to. I
Also,
was
the
just like,
podcast is generally fucking boring.
yeah.
It's just
Oh,
so
shit.
low energy. They're just fucking like, I don't know. It's like this sludging fucking mess of a podcast.
I
It's just
liked I liked when Jordan was on because Jordan kept fucking with him.
Huh.
And just,
Oh,
like,
what did he do?
He'd just like say really weird shit and like
Really
play it off
racist
really
shit.
serious.
Yeah.
No, because this was not an episode of Fort Can. Bro, Dan snapped. No, you just like say really funny shit, and like just you could tell he was playing it up. Basically, if you look at
Uh-huh.
it's pretty funny.
No, Jordan is a wonderful man. Yeah,
I feel like
He's a
if
funny boy.
he's a good boy.
He's
I
a
feel-
fucking monster.
I feel like that Pizza Party podcast premium for Fotcan, it's like the opposite with Chili Skeletons. You get treated like a second-class citizen. It's like you have different fucking water fountains. That's what other podcast are there that you could be judged on for being on?
I'm sorry, I need to stop you real quick. Did you say a different fucking water fountain?
Yeah, I was trying to put in the cement the point of my goof.
Is this like the drinking hole for the lions?
No,
Love
are
is
you
encouraging
fucking No, not the What do you mean? What do you mean the drinking hole for the lions? What do you mean the drinking hole?
What is that? What do
It's
you
a
mean
reference to
drinking fountain?
segregation, you fucking absolute
Oh
goblin.
wait, oh,
He's
I'm
talking
sorry,
about
my
how in
mind
the
didn't.
50s, like people
Yeah.
of a different.
No,
race
I
would
know,
drink
I
them.
remember. Sorry that my brain didn't go there first. I
It's-
thought we were making references to
like the
cool
most-
little lions.
It's like the most ubiquitous reference. I don't know, whatever.
Sorry, that fucking I don't go there. I go to lions because lions are cool.
Yeah, and you ain't lying.
One of the lions he threw the wolf off the hill in the Jungle Book.
My favorite
Yep.
part when he threw the when you go to the DVD chapter, there's one that says like threw the wolf off the hill.
You go to scene selected, it's like a freeze frame of the wolf falling off the mountain.
Dude, the fucking scene select things are so fucking old news. Like, who does anyone use them ever?
Well, does anyone use a DVD?
I don't know. I use a Blu-ray.
I stopped watching this movie precisely at this point, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it from this scene.
Yeah,
Man, I don't get people who like walk out of movies.
yeah.
Well, okay, you know what I mean? Like, okay, there's circumstances I could understand. Like, maybe, you know, you have some sort of a post-traumatic disorder and it's very disturbing. I understand that. But, like, I mean,
You have
people
to
who
go
walk out-
pee-pee.
Yeah, that's one.
I mean, I had to do that
yeah,
once.
no, like,
It was a really long movie. And I
Only
was also-
once, though.
I already, yeah, I mean, I usually hold it if I'm watching a movie. But
yeah, exactly. Because you
Or
paid for it.
beforehand or something like that.
well, I did at the time, but I think I just had, like, a fuck ton of water or something.
Fair enough.
But no, it was a movie I already knew I was going to be seeing multiple times. So I was like, I'm going to miss like 30 seconds here. It turns out I picked the perfect time to piss. It was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when Margot Robbie drives a hitchhiker for like 30 seconds. And literally all I
Oh.
missed was a short montage of her driving, picking her up and dropping her off.
Okay.
And I came back and I was like, did I miss anything major? And my friend was like, no, you actually picked like the ultimate pee break. And I'm like, cool.
I mean, no, that's the entire purpose of her character in that movie. If she's doing
pee breaks.
anything, you can walk away.
It's a bit sexist, Tom.
Yeah, Thomas.
I'm not saying it's because she's a woman. I'm saying it's
You're on the
because
wrong
she's not,
side of history.
she's not a character in that movie. She's a fucking. She appears, but she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
So,
you can say that about the whole fucking.
You can say that about Charles Manson,
not very
too.
Much happens, and that's why it's. So
Oh
fucking good.
shit!
yeah, but
Like,
he just
It
appears.
really takes its time. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Charles Manson just appears for like a second. He's like, "Here's my cameo," and he just leaves.
And he's like, "Hello," and then
Yeah.
he leaves.
"Yeah." Apparently,
Charles
They
Manson
cut-
shows up and love fucking clicks his
actually
heels
really
together.
wanna see
Yeah,
how much Manson
literally.
footage was cut.
yeah.
Like how many scenes with Manson were cut, because there was one in the trailer that wasn't in the movie.
Yeah,
I want to know if there was anything else shot but just not used.
probably.
So that's
I mean, he did say that the original cut was like 3 or 4 hours.
God damn.
So
Shit, yeah,
you know.
I mean, they'll release like a director's cut probably.
maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, he did that thing with the Hateful Eight, where he's releasing it as like a series on Netflix with
Wow.
additional footage.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
he's turning it into like a 4-hour series or something like
Cool.
that.
Yeah,
That's pretty neat.
The movie,
which I like
but
the idea of, but I
guess
also
it-
like the
that
idea
makes
of
sense.
like I still like the idea of a
I'd rather it be for a better movie.
cut of a film. Well, I mean, quality of the film aside, you fucking prick. I'm
Yeah,
talking
oh.
about, you know, I mean, I when I'm watching like an extended cut of a film, I kind of like, even if it is 4 hours, I just like the idea of one chunk on
Yeah.
a disc that I can buy rather than as a series. But I mean, either way works. It's cool to see the extra footage.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Why didn't they do that for fucking? Well, okay, that's a stupid question. I was gonna ask why didn't they do that for Lord of the Rings? There's like that wasn't a thing that you couldn't just release shit on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
They did.
There is the
remember,
extended cut.
Yeah, but that's what we're talking about. Like, it didn't get segmented and released through like a
right.
television style process.
Yeah.
I know that
I
they
don't think
would,
I don't think Lord of the Rings would have worked.
Yeah,
Series
apparently, Back to the Future got like chopped up into like little chunks to show on TV.
What the fuck?
Yeah, right? Because like I'm not familiar with this, but according to I think it's either my dad or my brother-in-law, he fucking was like, yeah, no, they would show parts of it as a show, and I'm like, do you mean the cartoon? Because there was a Back to the Future cartoon. He's like, no, like the movie. I was like, what the hell? That's so weird.
That cartoon was fucking.
Ew, a movie?
The cartoon was really bizarre because like you would cut between fucking Doc Brown voiced by some other random guy, and then you would cut to fucking Christopher Lloyd's skeleton face in front of you, like going like, here's some funny science experiments. And it's like, here's a lemon, you put the lemon on the paper. Oh.
Now hold on. So when did this Back to the Future cartoon come out?
I just realized that no
lemon on the paper.
I just realized nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're
No, okay. Let me. Yeah.
I didn't know that he would fucking show up for science experiments. I knew that the cartoon exists.
Yeah, he had these weird Bill Nye-esque segments where he would come in and he would be like,
There's a breaking soda volcano.
Yeah, but the one thing I remember from when I watched it. The one thing I remember from watching that show as a kid is that it's just like the thing where he did the fucking stupid invisible ink with the lemon thing, but also the fact that because it was in Swedish, they dubbed the live action Christopher Lloyd into Swedish.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I need to find that.
And how did he sound?
He fucking sounds stupid. Dude, Christopher Lloyd
Was
is
it
dying.
perfect?
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds pretty good. Oh, hold on. I need to just make a public service announcement. Tony Hawk is withering. Just look him up on Google, like, seriously. Just look him up.
His Twitter is amazing, because everyone's always like, hey, you look like Tony Hawk, and he's like, yeah.
He's like...
How about that?
Here's the thing. He's 49, but he looks like 98. I don't know. Just look... I don't know. Something
He
about
does
his
look
face.
a little rough, yeah.
I don't know.
Pro Skater 5 does that to a man.
Yeah, exactly.
For every Tony Hawk game they released, it like
For every
sucked 10
kickflip
years
he
out of his
does.
lifespan.
Yeah, for every kickflip he does, it ruins him.
That's why they can't release any more.
Dude, I remember those games on the PS2 and they would have the most fucking insane tricks. Like, there was one trick in Tony Hawk Underground, I think, where you're supposed to fucking jump off a hotel into a fucking...
into a like a quarter pipe.
Yeah.
And there's the one where you jump over a helicopter.
Yeah.
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 It's pretty neat.
That's like Pro Skater 2, right? Like in the open?
Nah, the helicopter's Pro Skater 1.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
You are right. There is like some like live action footage. I think they like overlay helicopters and shit, make it look all extreme.
Yeah.
Could you imagine like skateboarding over a helicopter and then like the blades chop your feet off?
I can imagine that, yeah.
I think if you're in the position where the blades chop your feet off, you're fucked because you're not going to clear it.
Well, yeah, you're also fucked because it chops your feet off, mainly.
It's not going to stop at your feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
I was about to say, Tom, I think it's pretty clear that you didn't clear it.
Yeah.
No, I was just enjoying you guys just shitting on him for how that sentence sounded. But
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I know what you mean, Tom. Like the momentum of the blade.
The rest of you is...
You might as well not worry at that point.
Not worried.
Don't worry, you're practically dead.
Yeah.
You're
That's
dead
something my
already.
fucking-
Don't stress.
Tom, that's
That's
good
something
advice.
my dad... That's something my fucking dad would say when we were in a plane. I remember verbatim him telling me while we were going to Las Vegas, don't worry, if the plane crashes, then just stare up at the sky because this will be the last time you'll be able to see that.
How are you going to stare up at the sky? It's a ceiling in the plane.
No, but
I
it'll
think
be
the
torn
assumption
off.
is if we fly out of the plane,
Yeah.
He's going to hit the ejector seat.
Take a look at
he's
the
gonna
sky.
fucking leave me behind. He has the only parachute.
Yeah, exactly.
No, your dad's actually
know-
Superman. He's just going to fucking abandon you, though.
Yeah.
He could have saved the plane too, but he didn't, just to teach you a life lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like, I watched a show recently, and I read a comic recently, and they talk about that idea of like, oh yeah, could a superhuman realistically stop a plane from falling?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Wow.
by virtue of like, there's no point in the plane where they could hold the plane and not have it crumple
Guess
or
that's
like
true.
fold in on itself.
Oh, you mean like just one guy?
Yeah, one guy. Like, if Superman were to exist, there's no place where he could feasibly grab a plane
Yeah,
and save it.
yeah, what if he puts a big
Thank
old
you, game
trampoline?
theory.
Puts the trampoline at the bottom. Plane bounces up.
They didn't say that, so
Yeah,
that's still
exactly.
open. That's still open.
Put a
They
gigantic.
didn't consider all the variables.
They didn't say one man with a trampoline. They just said one man.
Yeah.
What if his superpower is pulling out a trampoline, huh? You didn't think of that?
And he
did
can
you,
do it
idiot?
because all you'd have to
What
do
are
is like throw everyone out of the plane and then trampoline them under,
Yeah.
trampoline under them. You know,
What if he was a Superman with like really big hands?
That'd be great.
and he could just carry the people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You ever
what
think
if
about
he-
that?
What if he wanted to prove
Mythbusters?
those? What if he wanted to prove those highfalutin scientists wrong and hold
High-
up the plane?
Those high
Exactly.
fructose corn syrup scientists wrong.
Yes.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
show them.
Now, what if
They're
he
far
just,
too
like,
sweet
made
for him.
everyone on the plane instead? Like,
If
like
you had
flying-
superpowers, I know this is like a very age-old question, but if you had superpowers, would you save people or would you just kind of be a hedonist?
Well, it depends on what superpowers I would
Like,
have.
okay, what
clearly.
powers have
Power,
you got?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's lay some
Ah. Let's assume like Superman logic, like very
Oh,
basic. You can
okay, so I have
fly.
the power of being generic and just in no way enjoyable. Okay, so I would.
Love,
I've never.
just
why do
play with
people
me
like
here,
Superman?
okay? Just
Literally
play in
at
my
all.
space for a second.
Okay. Here's what I do. I start a sick YouTube channel. I do some sick vlogs about me.
Isn't that just the
you,
plot to
hurt
Shazam?
yourself for money, but you don't actually get hurt. That's actually genius.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just start
Plot
like
to Shazam.
Yeah.
just make Jackass. Just remake Jackass. But
Yeah.
you're the guy.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like I'm gonna get hit by a speeding train.
Yeah.
It's like in
And then
Freddy
you just
the Freak
ragged-
when he's, like when he gets hit by the truck and just slides along the road for like 5 seconds straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
You
like
let yourself
live
like
show.
ragdoll
he
away.
just gets up and he's like,
No, that's what happens in the
That's what
fucking Nick Cage Ghost Rider movie.
Dude.
That's what he does. He gets the powers of the Ghost Rider and he just does really dangerous stunts because he won't die.
God damn.
yeah.
Is the second one?
The
Oh
first
wait, no,
one.
the first. Oh yeah, because he becomes a daredevil. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you guys actually seen Shazam?
No,
Fuck
but
you.
I've been
No
meaning
one.
to.
Nobody has.
Literally, yeah. Shazam, love, go fuck
Wait,
yourself.
wait, what's
Shazam
that?
is fucking awesome.
Wait,
was-
wasn't
He
wait,
gets,
wait
like-
a second.
he gets
hold on,
superpowers,
hold
and
on
then he
a
becomes
second.
like a
Does the floss, love. How is
calm
that
down.
not epic?
Hey, wait a second. Wait
He
a
does.
second.
He becomes
Hey.
like a shitty street performer, and then like his best friend, whose his legs don't work, he's like, "Why don't you save people?" And then Shazam's like, "I got like $5."
Wasn't
That's fucking
Shazam?
based.
Wasn't Shazam
It's
that
so
Mandela
great.
Effect movie that everyone thought existed but it never did? Was
No,
that?
it's not, it's a real fucking movie. It's where the little boy he becomes like a big buff man, and then he buys alcohol and tries to like fuck a woman, but then he's like, I don't wanna. This is the whole
is
movie.
fun.
Love, we should watch this movie. It's a great movie.
Fine, I'll
I'm gonna
watch
be
it
honest. Shazam would have been great as like a 1980s comedy movie.
Probably. It's still pretty funny on its own.
with you. Wait, so what's
Oh, I
the-
don't doubt
there's
that.
a-
But I mean, like, they would actually go the full mile on him trying to do grown-up shit. I feel.
But are you saying if it was rated R, it would probably be
No,
be
but I mean,
more
if it was like
entertaining?
if it was made in like the era of like Animal House or some shit,
Yeah.
I feel
Probably.
like they could not get away with it, but they'd be dumb enough to attempt it.
Right, yeah. No, yeah, I do
then
wish that they
they
did
would
more
get
like
away with
quirky shit in that movie. Because they do like a fair bit of like funny stuff to it, but I don't know if they like sit around with the man like getting the powers and acting like a kid. I feel like they didn't do enough with that. It was a very short movie.
Isn't that the fucking comic Mr. Enterman? What the fuck? Oh wait, no, that wasn't.
I mean, I like what I actually like what DC's plans are because they've ditched the movie universe
Have they?
idea.
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
I remember
good.
there was some
Finalized.
headline where they basically said, we're not going to try to do a shared universe anymore. We're just going to focus on individual projects with individual directors
Good.
and individual visions.
Goody
And I'm like,
good.
holy shit, thank you. Like, even if this produces bad movies, Your heart's
We're
in the
gonna
right
get
place. I'm just
interesting
tired.
bad movies as opposed
Yeah,
to
at least-
uninteresting bad movies.
At least there'll be like contained shit, and you don't have to worry about like, oh, but I got to set up the sequel too. It's
Well, like it's paid off with Shazam. It's paid off with Aquaman. It's paid off with Joker. Like,
wasn't
I'm
Aquaman
glad.
supposed to be part of the universe too? Or
That was one of the
Aquaman
last ones.
Aquaman was awkward because like he was in Justice League. I'm pretty sure. I didn't see it.
he was.
But,
Yeah,
he
I
was.
never
Okay,
saw it,
so
but he was.
in Justice League.
Yeah.
But they kept the actor, but they just sort of gave him his own movie. It's the same deal as with Wonder Woman. But I'm okay with that because like audiences are smart. They're not as dumb as you might think. They will just be like, oh, that's strange. Googles it. Oh, okay. There's an article explaining this. That makes sense, I guess. Bit weird, but okay. And then they can just move on. Like, so yeah, I mean, you know me. I'm not gonna repeat what I've already said before. I'm just a little exhausted with the universe thing. It's just like, man, when I go to see a superhero movie, just give me that hero, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Captain America in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Just chilling.
No,
Well, that was the
No lie, he do be vibing though.
Yeah, exactly. That's my
Can't wait for
favorite
the
new
fucking
meme.
Blade remake. The reboot. It's gonna be fucking great. I can't wait for it. I can't wait
the
for
reboot of
Blade. I can't wait for how arbitrary vampires showing up in the MCU is gonna be.
It's fucking stupid.
I feel like that's something
See,
that
like,
should
you
have
know, another
happened.
thing that I actually liked. Like, it's not a great movie, but I actually really enjoyed Venom.
No, I enjoyed Venom.
It was a good time.
I found myself laughing. I found myself
Yeah, like it was.
enjoying
Tom
it.
Hardy as Eddie Brock was great because he's like awkward and funny. And
Even
then
though like Upgrade has it beat that year for that exact same story, I still got to give it credit.
So that's actually a video, but I know that it'll be too big for Discord's file size.
The fuck
So
Can you send the subscribe or die image, Ken?
it's on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah.
But so obviously I was in Melbourne for PAX just recently. I just got back yesterday. And many funny Snapchats were taken. So
And boy,
one
are
night
your arms tired.
we had all been out going to different places, having some drinks, and we ended up at Crown Casino. And yeah, there it is. That's a really fun game that I'm playing in that picture.
That's Aliens.
Yeah, Aliens Armageddon. But
oh shit.
which no machine of Aliens Armageddon while I was there worked 100% correctly, but I'll get to that. It's not even that interesting of a story, but this one is. So we end up at Crown Casino, and I'm just like, well, I need to go use the bathroom. So I'm like, I'll be right back. And everyone was like at a roulette wheel or something. So like, I know where they are. And I go in, and the cleaners are there. And I think, oh, that's good. They'll have just recently been cleaned. That's brilliant. And I sit down in a cubicle, and I just, from my right, see a fucking like baby cockroach crawl in. And I'm just like, huh. Like, I wasn't really bothered by it.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's
What a
He's
bro.
hitting the roulette wheels. Don't judge
yeah.
him.
So what do? I do the most sensible thing. I pull out my phone and film a Snapchat video of the roach crawling around and caption it: Crown Casino toilet roach. Scared emoji. Not gonna lie, he do be vibing though. Flushed
Yeah, of course. God, that
it's
meme.
like, and then the bathroom gets even weirder. I felt like I stepped into like a David Lynch project because like I'm washing my hands as I leave, and the guy next to me is getting like hand soap and rubbing it on his like face and nose.
Oh,
Dude, I've done that.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm getting out of here.
I do that every time.
have you ever?
What day were you at Crown? Were you like there on a Monday night? Or
Let me think about that.
wait, no, that tweet was on the 9th, so that would have been
I didn't
that would have
tweet
been
the,
Wednesday.
I didn't tweet the roach video.
No, but I mean the subscribe or die, and that arcade is the one near Crown.
No, it's not. That's at Plenty Valley.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the time zone near Crown.
No. That was Tuesday, Wednesday. I think we went to Crown like the Thursday or the Friday or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you went on a Thursday night, there's a reason that the dude was washing his face with soap. only nut jobs go to the casino on a Thursday night.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I don't know. But
It was real vibe hours.
Oh yeah.
they really were vibing though.
Damn.
So have you
You
ever
gotta-
seen anybody like use a urinal as a sink?
What the fuck?
No,
Wait,
but
wait.
I can
Are
very
you
easily see that happening.
asking for a friend, Hayden?
No, actually, but
Hey guys, is it weird, like asking for a friend? Is it weird to use a urinal as a sink?
Yeah.
guys, is this weird? Haha. Could you do
Yeah,
a
just-
drawing? So no, but
Embarrassed when he poos.
No, I'm starting to learn that Seattle's kind of weird. I used to just grow up with this shit, but I never thought it was weird. Yeah, or maybe that's just what cities are like. But yeah, I've when I come down to the city sometimes for like events or whatever, I can think of 2 different times I've been in different urinals in different locations, and all the sinks were full. So some dude like just flushed a urinal and then put his hands near the water.
Oh my god.
That's pretty. That's pretty.
That is rancid.
Yeah.
It's,
That is big brain undoing all of the process. Of
I mean, it
washing
even
your
as it
hands.
happened, I was thinking like, God, that's really fucking sick.
Oh, that is sick. You should have high-fived. Well, okay, you shouldn't have high-fived him, but you should have called him bro.
Should have given him like a loving kiss on the cheek and said,
Yeah,
"You're
love
a
you, honey.
fucking idiot."
I should have fucking called 911.
Should have. Yeah, should have.
Should have stared him in the eyes while I'm doing it.
Yeah. Been like,
It's like,
sir.
this is the last
Sir,
straw.
they were saying, man, he is washing his hands, and they're like, but is he vibing? And it's like, yeah, he kind of is. So.
He'd be wearing those Tims though, so
Dude,
I call 911 and that man's phone starts ringing. He
oh my
picks up and he's
God.
like, yes.
That is one of those ominous setups ever.
Chief of Police here.
You just call it, and he picks up. He's like, why are you calling 911 on me? Why are you doing that?
And he looks me dead in the eyes while he's saying, he's like, hello, 911 here.
Yeah.
The police here.
Police.
Shrek, yeah.
And then the door locks and
Yo, what it is? It's the police.
I really wish the police would say that once.
They say that before they open fire on some dude.
They're gonna say that at the next riot.
Yeah.
The police are trying to appeal to like the younger crowd by speaking all hip like.
Start.
No, they step out of their like police cruiser and they're like, "What's poppin'? Oh!"
Just
No,
that
they-
grunt.
They shoot some dude and say,
Casey
"What's
Freeman here?"
poppin'?"
Dude, over the fucking police speaker on the top, they play like that wham 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 wham. They play like cockroach thing.
Oh, the spinning roach music.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah, the scatting. I'm going. My favorite part of that is towards the end where he just starts going skibba doot down skibba doot. Oh, like some of the memes this year have been truly fantastic. Like once again, the vibing meme. My favorite variation on that is when it's just like animals doing human activities, and they're just hold, like the format of them where they're just like, hold on a second, hold the fuck up, everybody. This animal is doing a weird thing here, and it's like, wait a second, okay, my initial suspicions were at that of Malice, but okay, he's just vibing. We're fine, everybody. It was false alarm.
I've got my
that
personal
pattern.
favorite image, and I'll send that through. And it is a classic.
Yeah.
I'm just saving it from a Discord chat that I sent it in.
There's one I saw. I don't know where it is on my phone at the moment, but it's like, security guard dog. Not gonna lie, he do be protecting goods though. I still love a duck in GameStop. What will he buy?
I'm putting this up. I'm putting this on this thing.
Boar in the store. I'm not. The funniest part is I didn't see the boar right away.
Boar in the store. What?
Boar in the store. What will he buy?
I just love the like blurriness of the fucking boar, and just like you can just hear it in your head. Like,
charging.
you can just hear it in your head, like just a shriek.
As if to imply he's in a rush. That it's like, I need to get something and I need it fast.
What will he buy? I have got.
I have goit. I have goose.
It's gout.
Oh.
Hey, sometimes you really feel like an alien.
No. Obviously.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a good one.
Fine. Frog eating.
Oh, shit.
God fucking. Okay.
I have too much. I have way too much dumb shit on my phone.
Yeah,
Dan, you're always the owner of memes, you know?
of course.
It's because I have like the perfect pages followed. I've like set myself up from like when I was liking pages in 2015. It's like and they've just kept posting good stuff.
Could you maybe send some of those pages my way?
That's the thing. I have so many liked. I don't know if there's any point. I mean, it's
say
from, like a combination of Twitter and Facebook and like other places.
I say because like Twitter, there's so many people on Twitter I stopped following because Twitter just became like really political over the past couple of years. So Twitter has just become kind of a drag.
I just keep retweeting dumb shit posts on my page.
Exactly. No, so who I'm trying to follow primarily is just people who just shit post because it's I just want the lulz.
I have
I've got a
very
fun
simple policy
account
where if someone on Facebook or Twitter, well, maybe not Twitter because I have some friends on Twitter, but like if someone on Facebook just obnoxiously posts about like politics or like some shit I don't care about, I just immediately unfriend them. And or if it's a page, I immediately like unlike the page, and I'm like, nah.
I think the only person I do something similar, but I think the only person I haven't done it to yet is Webb because he typically doesn't, but when he does, he definitely does.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do too, kinda. I mean, I don't know.
So, but love, you're like I ignore everything that you say all the time.
Oh yeah, that's true. There was a 6-month thing where you just didn't follow me. That's a fun meme.
That's I don't remember why.
I don't know, but dude, here's the thing with Facebook. I don't follow a lot of things on Facebook anymore because I just don't use it a lot. But the ones I do follow, they're very select, and I'm gonna recommend them right now. And I think Dan will recognize probably, if not all of these, most of these. Okay. My favorite one of all time is a very specific one. It's just called I Hate Stuart Little.
Yes!
Yeah, it's just a page where there's a man who just hates fucking Stuart Little. He just keeps making these posts where he's just like fuming, and he just keeps trying to blame Stuart Little like for all of these fucking tragedies across the world.
I love that one post where it's like Remy from Ratatouille versus Stuart Little.
Yeah.
And they compare their traits, and it's like Remy, raised by the streets, professional chef, makes the humans do what he pleases.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
And the funniest part about it is just like you can just feel the rage. Like he just really does hate him. Also,
wait, who is this guy? What's his name?
I hate
Can I
Stuart
look him
Little.
up? What's his home address?
Yeah, look him up, dude.
555 Street Road.
5555.
Yeah.
555.
Oh, and also the other one, I actually don't remember what it's called because it has a stupid fucking title. But I think it's when you crowd surf and you get hit in the ball. I don't remember what it's called. Oh.
Fucking hell.
Oh, Lord. The lovely people watching this, which I feel like we've all forgotten that's still happening.
Oh yeah, this is a primarily audio-based thing.
It's not a primarily.
This is a candid.
They definitely appreciate us going
Look at
to all these amazing
image.
pictures.
Look at this funny image, love, that you will not post on screen.
Oh my god, and this amazing meme right here, it's so funny. Damn, son.
Where'd you find that?
Man,
Holy
blue and yellow? That's great.
That's an image.
Wow. Guy, food,
those
HCI. Ugh. The worst.
Hayden has posted an image that says 1350, and I'm like, okay, what does this mean? What are you talking about, Hayden? But okay.
What? Wait, what? What? What are you accusing me of?
No. Hayden, why do you keep typing the word despite in the chat?
Wait.
Why do you keep putting echo signs out around everything, Hayden? We get it, okay?
Love, I think you'll like this one.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys ever use like Bitmoji or Snapchat filters, but holy fuck, it's funny, especially when you're very drunk. I posted this in the chat and we just would not stop fucking laughing.
It's pretty good.
Guy moment.
I mean, like, extinction events are pretty big guy moments if you think about it.
Yeah, they're the ultimate bra
Me
moment.
and my friends' little characters are just sitting there vibing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, I loved Bitmoji when it was on fucking Facebook, and I believed, like, before, it looked even shittier than it does now. It looked like fucking... It was, what the fuck is this? Hey, why... Oh, that's Tom. What the fuck? Oh. Oh, that's me. Hold on.
Yeah, that's you, love.
Wait, what
This
are
is
these
us having a
characters?
little sit down with you, love.
Wait, what are these characters? Who is this from?
You've been a very naughty boy, love.
It's from Blade Runner
2049.
Oh, it's from Blade Runner. Okay, I watched The Thing recently. It's fun.
What is with that actor? What's his name? The actor that was in Blade Runner 2049.
What, Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, what's with
Danny
Ryan
DeVito?
Gosling? I'm sure he's a lovely man and like he calls his mom on Sunday and shit, but like every movie I've seen him in, he always acts the fucking same, which is like a robot. Why?
It's great.
What is up
I
with
love
that?
it.
Maybe
It's
he's supposed to be a robot.
Finally, a character I can relate with.
You know, and it only bothers me because people say it's super great, and then I watch it and
He's
I'm
really
like,
he's
all
really
right.
great at playing robots.
Yeah.
I have this fucked up compulsion where like anytime a bunch of people say something is great and I don't like it, that's when I'm like, well, I need to shut on as hard as I can now. Now I really need to do it. Like last episode, we were talking about F is for Family, and I feel basically nothing for that show. Like I'm not passionate about, but a second I got an opportunity. Yeah, exactly. The second I got an opportunity to talk about it, I was like, oh, fuck that show. I was just shitting on it merciless.
Yeah. Now, that was another show, though. When it came out, everybody fell in love with it. And I was like, I don't know anything about it.
I
think around the time I started watching F is for Family was around the same time I started in
Oh, bless you,
Horseman.
Yeah, and it's another one of those shows. It must just be a thing some people are attracted to. It's another one of those shows where the only thing people talk about is like, oh, it's so like sad and like just awful things happen, and I love it. And I'm like, all right,
it's brilliant. It's a good show. Fuck you.
And the thing is that like I get it because that's just a thing that appeals to people, but that's something that just doesn't appeal to me.
It's well written. That's the main thing. It's
well,
not
yeah,
sad.
but like when the main thing is that like, oh, just a bunch of bad shit happens. I say this as a person that
those shows go in half cocked. Like if you watch a show like Futurama, Futurama's a comedy, and then very, very rarely there'll be like an emotional gut puncher, and it stands out. Or if you watch a show like if you go to the other end of the spectrum and you watch like I don't know, The Wire, Breaking Bad, shit like that. Now, like don't get me wrong, those shows have moments where things lighten up a little bit, but they're dark shows and they're not happy shows. And like they're both extreme ends of a spectrum that know what they're doing and they focus on it. And then like BoJack, which I liked for a couple seasons, kind of just starts being like, oh man, it's great when we gut punch. Let's just find a way to gut punch all the time. And then it just stops like having any impact because you just anticipate it.
Yeah,
it's kind of like real life if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's so deep. No, but that's
life is just a never-ending series of gut punches until you get used to it.
I get that in BoJack they wanted to show that, like, despite his best efforts, it was a struggle for him to change things. That was fine for like the first two and a half seasons, and then it just got to the point where I'm like, all right, are you guys doing anything interesting with this character, or are you going to pull the soap opera bullshit and introduce a long-lost daughter? Oh look, they did the daughter thing.
Yeah.
Like,
wasn't that in like the first season?
Like,
I think that was
like season 4 and
end of season 3. Like I think it was the cliffhanger at the end of season 3. She showed up. Yeah.
And it had season 4 had like 1 or 2 decent episodes, but the rest of it I was just like, man, I'm not interested in this show anymore.
Because it could have led to something interesting, but it then just led to the same cycle over and over again.
Yeah, so then I didn't even watch season 5, and then the last season's coming out, so I might watch season 5 then. But
I watched season 5. You're really not missing much, because I remember
I talked with you about it. Remember?
Yeah. But I remember us talking about season 4, but I don't remember us talking about season 5 specifically.
I just asked like for a vibe check on season 5, and then you pulled the gun out and shot it in the head.
I said it's the same as season 4, but now they're doing slightly different things.
Yeah. No, like a lot of there's a few shows that have come out where like they start off pretty well and then they just like fucking plummet. Like
How does everyone feel
Rick
about
and
Rick and
Morty's
Morty?
another
How
one.
does everyone feel about Rick
Yeah.
and Morty now?
I don't like Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
like season 1. I still like season 1. It's
Yeah.
not perfect, and there are a lot of jokes that fall flat, but I like season 1.
Yeah.
The only thing
Rick Potion number 9
post-season
is a
one-
fucking amazing episode.
Yeah,
because
season 1
like
is great.
it shows that show can have consequences, and I was like, whoa, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And then they didn't really do anything much after that, but
What's
I
the
feel like
best
it's
thing
like-
post season 1, and why is it Bushworld?
The best thing about season 1 is it has a through line. Like when you start watching season 1 at the pilot, Rick comes off as really like senile and stupid, and like that's funny. And what's the dad's name? Jerry comes off as
Fucking Jerry.
you know, like the authority figure that runs the house, and it's like, oh, okay, this is our standard setup. We've got our wacky scientist, we've got our like dad that doesn't want much to do with it. But then like as season 1 goes on, you sort of like learn more of these characters, and what you initially thought was like your standard setup kind of changed a bit. So Rick is more like conniving and like smarter than you realize, and Jerry just is revealed to be absolutely pathetic. So there's this nice like, and like Morty goes from like dumb kid to like shell shocked after the universe switch,
Yeah.
and I really liked that. I thought that was good. And then season 2 doesn't fucking do that. It's just like one-off episodes with these characters, and they just kind of stagnate and flanderize. And then season 2's ending is like, whoa, that's a lot of potential. You should follow this up with something exciting. And then it's just, oh, Rick is so great for like 30 minutes in the season 3 premiere, and that's where I just dropped the show.
But then,
I dropped the show, and then I watched Pickle Rick because of the meme, and Pickle Rick was okay.
Oh,
And
oh,
then
you
I
didn't
dropped the
didn't
show.
see the final episodes?
I didn't want to.
Good,
Like, I was
good,
turned off.
good. Because holy
A
shit.
mate of mine forced me to watch the final episode with him
Oh,
of season 2.
Fucking held you down.
No, because I went over to his house, because every now and then I go to over to his house to watch movies, and then he's like, hey, have you seen the final episode of season 2 of Rick and Morty? It's like, I haven't watched anything of season 2 of Rick and Morty. And he said,
Oh, no,
okay,
I'm talking
cool.
about season 3, Tom.
Season 3? There was a third season?
I saw season 3 is the one that pissed me off and made me quit the show. Season 2 is like average and not that good. Season 3, what I watched of it was just.
When the fuck did season 3 happen?
what, 2017?
Samurai Jack.
Oh, okay. So it must have been, it must have been the end of season 3 then.
Forgetting season 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my big thing with season 3 was I did not like episode 1. Around the time season 3 came out, I sort of looked back on the show, and I was like, I don't think season 2 was really that good. And then I sort of went into season 3, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what they do in this episode. And I did not like it at all. I thought it was terrible. And I was like, maybe the show's not for me anymore. And then they showed the preview for the next episode, and it was yet another Fury Road parody. And I'm like, okay, fuck you. And then I just was like, that's enough. That is enough. I've had enough. Take it away.
God damn, I mean, there are episodes of season 3 that are so unbelievably bad that, like, you know when something is so bad, you get a new kind of unique, like, complaint that you've never had about a show before?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because there are episodes of season 3 that gave me this new complaint where the episode feels like having a disassociative state in the form of an episode because of how bad the writing is. Like, you're just like, nothing feels right. Everything is just horribly written. Nobody feels like themselves. That was the case in several episodes in season 3. Like, there's just, like, unbelievably bad. And the final episode has literally Rick and Morty sitting on a couch playing Minecraft on a fucking laptop, talking about...
Oh, yeah, I've seen that clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then there's the weird shit with the president.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of red flags that started to show up in season 2. I think the biggest one was the end of that one episode where he, like, fails committing suicide.
Oh, yeah.
And I just,
that was just bizarre.
And I was just like, that was the most, like, fake, deep 14-year-old anime AMV emo angst bullshit I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Like...
Hayden would make an AMV of that.
Sorry, what?
You're making a Rick and Morty AMV.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
No,
brain
love,
fucking
stop
tapped
that.
out when we started talking about Rick and Morty. What's up?
Love, I want you to stop
don't worry,
animating that
everyone
woman
does.
that you're still drawing, and
I'm
I want you to
I'm
now
not
make
doing
me
that. I'm
angry.
drawing as Stereos as character. Let me.
Okay.
On.
The only thing I remember about Rick and Morty is that, or no, oh fuck, this is the only thing I remember about Rick and Morty is that I didn't care about it, and I wanted to watch BoJack Horseman, and then we made a pretty good episode of Thought Can and talked about that. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Alright.
good show.
Yes.
It's got some people in it.
Pretty
If you want to
amusing.
watch, if you want to watch a good show that's funny and impactful, watch 12-Ounce Mouse.
No,
Watch
like to
Ned's
don't watch
Declassified
fucking
School Survival
12-Ounce
Guide.
Mouse.
If you would like to watch a show that goes from comedy to emotional gut punches and does it well, watch Moral Oral.
Don't watch Moral Oral. It'll make you want to kill yourself.
I don't want to.
I mean, it will, but like it does that so well.
Yo, it's like to me, Moral
Every-
Oral is a whole new level other than BoJack Horseman. Like I watched that in 2014, and I was just like, I just don't want to watch this ever again.
See,
And I just-
okay. But I liked that. I liked that Moral Oral is it starts off as like what you think is a cartoon, like this kind of sanitized but kind of dark, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like South Park, I guess. And then like the end of season 1 happens, and you're like, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then season 2 comes in, and it's like things are a little shakier. The facade of his parents is starting to fall apart, and then like you get to the season 2 finale, and you're like, I need a moment. I need an adult.
And then
you get to
season
season 3, and the opening of season 3 just has like fucking mountain goats playing in the background, and it's like got these really fucking morose lyrics, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's gone from like total comedy to just like depression sim, but it's done it well.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Sounds like a great show. I'll definitely watch it someday.
I mean, for all those people out there that like to fetishize sadness and watch BoJack Horseman, stop watching that show and go watch the real sad boy show.
BoJack
I swear-
will make you want to kill yourself. Moral Oral will make you kill yourself.
So I have a question, like a big question. So is Moral Oral, was that made in Europe?
Fuck
No.
No.
It was made in
Where was it
America.
made?
America.
America.
It was made in America. Why is it that the only people I know are people not from America who like Moral Oral? I never have heard
Because
a single American
internet,
tell me.
Hayden, the internet.
Fucking no! I mean, fucking. I've been recommended so many shows that I don't like, and then only my European friends say go watch Moral Oral.
Well,
so I
Australia
thought it was
isn't
like a show-
European.
They fuck. All right, whatever. I meant foreigners. I meant dirty fucking foreigners.
Build that wall!
We don't
No,
need you.
for a while. No, but for a while, I legitimately thought.
Linkara.
Attack the fourth world. I'm going
The
to
Green Iron Liz.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Doug,
Iron Liz is never coming back. Never.
I just got this vision in my head of Trump trying to build a wall. And it's like Age of Empires 2, where like he's building the wall, and as he's building it, like a bunch of like people come in to invade, and they walk around the wall being built. And it's like no.
He has to send out his fucking trebuchets.
Yeah. and then everyone in the country starts going, oh, and you just follow.
They'll start clutching their little hearts. They're like, ah.
Fellas, on my resume, I'm gonna put professional Age of Empires 2 sound effect impersonator.
Yeah.
That'd be really good for when you apply for the Age of Empires 4 voice acting gig.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you guys ever play the Age of Empire where every time you walked, the character would go, Iwol, imenoso.
Yeah, that's
Iwol."
Age of Mythology. That's my
Is it?
favorite one.
Is it? I had no idea
Yeah,
which one it
yeah.
was. Yeah. That's all that me and my sister would ever say to each other. Like after playing it, we'd
Iwol.
just go to the dinner table. We were fucking brain dead after playing it. We just kept going, Iwol, imenoso.
Age of Empires really does have great sound effects, like, you know.
Oh, it's super great, yeah.
It's like so comfy by design.
Yeah.
In every single way. I love
Dan, would you say it's comfy Kino?
it. It is comfy Kino. Comfy video Kino.
My favorite. I really love the soundtrack of Age of Empires too, because like it just slowly came in, and a lot of times it just corresponded to what was going on. Like your entire thing was falling apart, and you would get the sad music where it was like. I don't know.
I think my favorite music in Age of Mythology. It had very weird track names. It's good though. It makes them memorable, like in your head. My favorite one is a track called Chocolate Outline. It's got a very nice, like acoustic kind of sound to the guitar.
That's pretty sick.
It's good. Go listen to Chocolate Outline.
Guys, go listen to Chocolate Rain.
Also do the pepperoni pizza cheats, because that is the best fucking part of Age of Empires too.
No, the best part about Age of Mythology was opening chat and typing like 999, which was the command to play like sound effects if you entered numbers. And for whatever reason, 999 was like this weird chipmunk chant. So you'd always just fucking spam 999 in chat to
Oh my god.
That's fucking great. I think... Yeah, I'm done with this part.
I remember there was some weird stuff. I remember when I was like 11 or 12, one of our friends, you could tell he was like he was the horny one that trademarked. Because his name in Age of Mythology was always set to Pamela Anderson.
Cool.
It's very funny.
Pamela Anderson. Boy, that certainly dates it too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it was already dated when he had his name set to Pamela Anderson. Because like Baywatch was the 90s.
I don't know. Because for some reason, like when I was a kid, there was like, how old were you when you were playing Mythology here?
This would have been around 2009, 2010.
Okay, holy shit. For some reason, Australians just seem to know, as a kid, the one guy who was obsessed with Pamela Anderson. So, I fucking knew a kid who was obsessed with Pamela Anderson. Maybe it's because his like dad.
I think it's because of the media we grew up on. Like I watched a lot of Futurama, so I knew who Pamela Anderson was because she would cameo as Pamela Anderson's head in 1 or 2 episodes. Yeah. And like I was just generally like savvy with pop culture shit, so like maybe I googled it and was like, Baywatch, or I just somehow innately knew, despite never seeing Baywatch in my life, that she was famous for Baywatch. And when I saw my friend was set to Pamela Anderson, I laughed, and everyone else was like, "What's funny?" And I'm like, "He's got his name set to fucking Pamela Anderson." Like, they just didn't get it, and I like had to explain. I remember that.
Holy chimpy.
She's a woman known for having tits.
No other woman had those.
She invented tits.
It's true.
I remember her from a sitcom that was not good called like 8 Simple Rules. She showed up for like 1 episode as a cameo as herself, but I was like, "Oh no, this is a totally on her own character."
Cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. She came as like,
Then my friend jerked off to that episode and told me about it.
What? Really? Wait, excuse me? He
What?
just jerked off to just her coming in the living room and be like, "Hello, I'm a character." And I was like, "Oh."
He was sitting next to me and he was like, "Oh!" No, he wasn't. Have you...
Did he have the internet?
I'm going to ask a question, and I feel like it might be a loaded question for at least one of us.
Loaded question.
Has anyone that we know jerked off while we happened to be in the room?
What do you mean in a...
Like, have I been in the room with someone while they were jacking off?
Skype?
Yes, yeah, I kind of followed that, but yes.
I don't know if
I went to visit Louis C.K. once.
God damn it.
All right.
In all seriousness, yes. There was a kid who jacked off in at school camp.
Oh my! And like you knew?
We could hear it, but we didn't know who.
Okay.
Oh dear, that's scary.
It became like Clue, like Clue. Like, who did it? Who did it? And what?
Who jerked off in the room?
Can you guess who?
I mean, you always know what the weapon was.
God.
Yeah, the weapon of choice.
Dude, I
have the screwdriver.
I have a very definitive answer for this.
Off with the screwdriver, hell yeah.
Yes, it was up his urethra.
Yeah. Narrow your way from.
I used the revolver in the library.
Of course. Dude,
I'd love to fucking I'd love to play like some shitpost video game where like there's just a level in a library, and for the duration of that level, every gun is programmed to just sound like a silencer is attached, despite there being no silencer.
That's cute.
I think that'd be really funny.
Anytime like a grenade goes off, you can hear it, and shortly afterwards, there's just shh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That'd just be really funny to me.
Every time a grenade goes off, it's programmed in that someone goes, "Oh no, a grenade!" And then it explodes, and he goes, "No, that grenade went off!"
Yeah. Every time.
I had a really dumb posty idea for like a game back in high school, back when I wanted to make games. And the idea was like, oh yeah, it'll be like a shooter, but you can just basically load out anything with anything. So like, oh, you want to throw a silencer onto a grenade? Well, it will work.
Oh.
You know, like it will silence the grenade.
So
I had this.
So you basically got your wish when MGS5 had that fucking glitch.
Yes. That's why I really loved MGS5. But I also had the idea of like, oh yeah, what about inventory loadouts like armor and equipment? What if you were to throw silencers onto your shoes? So just like every time you walked, it was just that one silencer sound.
Yeah.
But wait, hold on. Love, you were gonna say something earlier though.
God damn it! I thought I was gonna be able to escape. Okay.
No.
I have a very definitive answer for this, and in the time between the recording of this episode and me releasing it, I'm gonna ask him about it if I should cut it out. So, you know, Kumbo, he's my real life friend. So,
we know him well.
Yeah.
He's your anime friend.
No, actually, he does very much does not like it. No, he very much does not like it. Well, okay, he doesn't hate it. Like, we're currently watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so he definitely doesn't dislike it, but, what's it called? Okay, so, here's the thing. I've known him since 2009, and we've been close as bros for that entire time, and at a certain point, you just don't give a fuck.
Oh.
And so there were several occasions, about like 6 to 8 years ago, whatever, we would just do it in the same room during fucking sleepovers where we were like, yeah, whatever.
What?
Wow, you inspired by the Beatles.
Yeah, man, that's exactly
Wait, what?
That whole story got
fucking
out.
jack off together, and they would call out. They would turn the lights out, sit in a circle, and beat off, and they would all yell out the names of attractive women to, like, you know, prompt something. And then John Lennon, to fuck with everyone, would always say like Margaret Thatcher, or even worse, Yoko Ono.
Oh shit!
Oh no,
shit, dog.
Yeah. Dude, at the very least, once we did put a big pillow between us, so, you know.
Once.
It's not gay.
Saying that made it way worse. Because
if the dicks don't have line of sight, then it is not gay.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Metal Gear Solid. You look around, you have like a red field of view.
There's a cone of vision out of the tip of your penis.
Yeah, exactly.
And as long as that cone isn't docking with another cone, you're good.
Yeah.
Docking.
That means if you dock hard enough, there's a point where you are not in the cone of vision.
Actually, I'm debating whether or not I should just release it and just wait for him to see it.
You should probably ask him how that feels.
Yeah, but that...
Title the episode, "The Time I Masturbated with a Friend in the Room."
Yeah, bro. I just realized I didn't have to disclose who it was.
You didn't. That's the thing.
Yeah, you fucking didn't, did you?
I didn't disclose. We have since found out who the fuck it was, but I didn't disclose it.
I assumed that people would know that I only have one real life friend and would be like, well, okay, who the fuck would it be?
So I wasn't in this call, but I know, I'll keep it entirely anonymous, but I know someone who was in a call with another person, and they muted and then jacked off and then unmuted.
Oh, I know this story.
Even I know who this is.
I
think we all know who this is.
This is like an open secret.
As I said, it's when Louis C.K. was on a guest episode of the Thought.
Right, yeah. And like we were all complaining about it.
But the finale.
Yeah, it's why we had to take down every single episode of Thought Can, like especially the Epstein ones.
Yeah, exactly. When he was on, and we're talking about like, hey Epstein, how are you doing with your friend Harvey Weinstein? What, can we get both of you on? Just get both of them at the same time.
So I've been fixing up my holiday house on this island.
Oh wow, cool, dude! I literally don't understand how you like if you're gonna jerk off, why not just leave the call, and then like muting yourself?
Right? That's what I've been saying for years.
What's weird to me is like
Huh?
muting and leaving. Okay, muting and staying at your computer.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
And hearing the voices.
What?
Hearing the voices of your friend.
I don't understand that. Like, that's just strange.
Here's the thing.
The worst I've ever had to deal with, though.
No, it's not the worst. It's strange.
The amazing
Because
thing is,
I'm remembering, I never have to deal with it personally, but back in the days of the Counter-Strike clan, which does narrow it down to like 5 people since there were only like 5 people in the clan, we were in just like playing CS. I was not in the group at the time, but we're in a Skype call, and one of the members just went silent for like 3 minutes. They'd still talk every now and then, but they just largely wouldn't say anything for like 3 minutes.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
and then
unsettling.
Then they came back and announced what they'd done.
oh no,
Why?
So they were a massive chad.
yeah, that was a big dick move.
It's like, oh, hey mate, why were you so quiet? I was just fucking wanking, dude.
I was just, grabbing
That's
my
great.
tiny little weenie. Just kind of hoping I could make it bigger by giving
I
it a
was
little
just
tug.
doing a bit of P rush before we pull a B rush. Am I right, ladies?
Yeah,
I was whacking around my little toothpick,
dude.
I was messing around with on A long.
Oh, dude, the amazing thing about that whole you guys talking about somebody muting and jerking off is that, like, I have never heard about this before, but I know who it is. I just know.
Wait, you know who is?
The person who
Person
muted and
muted.
jerked
Yeah,
off.
it was Kumbal.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, it's him. Yeah, it's him.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought we already established that we knew. That, like, all of us knew.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was Kumbal, and he was in the room with
Exactly, yeah. That it was
Love.
love.
I'm gonna keep saying it as often as I can, just so you have to cut it.
God damn it. Now you're gonna say my address, so I have to cut that. That reminds me, didn't I literally do a thing? No, was this Vodcan? It was some podcast where I, specifically to get somebody to cut something, I just said the N-word repeatedly to see if they would cut it. And I think they did. I don't remember what
It
podcast
definitely
this
wasn't
was.
Thought Can then.
Maybe.
I think it might have been Cartoon Platoon.
It was
Oh!
Thought No, yeah.
No, but there was
What was it?
some meme where I wanted somebody to cut something.
Because I remember having to cut you saying the N-word like at least 15 times.
Well, here's the thing. Now, Love has
least
said that a
15
lot, and he has definitely said it on ThoughtCan, and I did definitely have to censor it a lot.
Have to.
But that was like one specific episode.
Yeah.
Across
Yeah.
3 episodes of Cartoon Platoon, I think I censored about like 20 N-words.
Love was a little nasty boy for a while, and yeah, he was dropping some
Hayden,
bombs. every
Hayden,
now and then.
I listened to the Chilling Skeletons episode you were in, and holy shit, man!
Yeah, I know you were a very mean man, Love.
No,
Why
I
did
remember
you say these things?
There was like the way you said it, whatever.
Yeah, you were a very rude little boy. Why did you do these
Hayden
things?
said it with genuine malice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like.
No, I wasn't saying a thing. I was in absolute shock. My jaw was dropped.
My draw was dropped.
My drawers were dropped.
My drawers were dropped to the
My
floor.
drawers were on the floor.
My
Had my meat in one hand and my mic in the other.
and my Counter-Strike clan in my next.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, in
Times.
retrospect, his username at the time was Louis C.K. No.
God.
That's too much. That's too much. I can't continue to make jokes about Louis C.K. whacking off in front of women.
I saw a picture of him like last week.
Yeah.
And all those memories just came flooding back, and I was like, wow. I'm glad I never got invested in him
I
because
am
no one
deeply
really likes him
invested to this
nowadays.
day. He's my favorite comedian of all time. Seriously.
Love,
Like,
yeah, and your favorite person of all time is Charles Manson. But
No,
I'm
he's
still
not.
not fucking
He's
listening
not.
to your
Listen.
stupid rants.
Hey, no, he's not. Okay, Charles Manson is not my favorite person. He's my favorite serial killer. Well, okay, he's not killer because he technically didn't murder. But listen, he's my favorite psycho in media. Thank you.
Man,
Not in
you
media,
sure are
in real life.
justifying yourself a lot with this sentence. Ooh, I wonder why.
I don't know why I don't know why I clarified. Why did I clarify? It's just listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, I'm a funny memer.
I mean, yeah, I was into it.
Yeah. I'm drawing a guy right now for the little ending title card thing. Hey, Hayne, do you have any requests for what I should draw?
For the ending title card?
Yeah, I'm drawing a little funny meme right now. A little funny man.
Yeah, I feel like I pick a lot. Why not? Because I don't think Dan and Tom come on enough.
okay,
Dan and Tom, why don't you
guys,
either one
what
of
should I
you
draw?
pick what should be the final image? Couple of funny boys.
Incriminating evidence.
Okay, I actually hold on.
Yeah, that's your prompt.
Okay, incriminating evidence. Let's see, what incriminating evidence do I have? I'm
All those
flipping
anime
through the
statues
candy
on
bar-
your shelf that are like weirdly crusty when you pick them up.
No, that's already been shown on this show, on this exact show.
Oh, that's harsh.
Literally last episode, I think. So.
That's fucking brutal.
Trying to come up with a good thing. What's a funny incriminating evidence?
What's a funny thing?
I don't know.
What's a funny crime that you've recently committed?
In the words of Bo Burnham, what's funny?
Yeah, what is fun? I never got into Bo Burnham, honestly.
I liked him later in life. He had like a point where he was
Later in
very
life?
edgy.
He's like late
Yeah,
20s.
later in his life, later in my life, whatever. His recent stuff. I meant to say his recent stuff.
Towards the end of his life, he was
he's
pretty
87.
funny.
He was pretty great.
Then he died.
He was at his
And he perished.
Yeah,
Then I fucking killed him.
He died in my arms.
yeah.
He fucking died and it was epic.
It was so great.
It was so fucking epic.
We were playing VR and he was like, "It's too real."
It's true.
Okay,
real
yeah,
turn.
that's your prompt. The murder of Bo Burnham.
The murder of Bo.
I don't know how to draw Bo Burnham. I'm gonna think of something that's really.
He looks like a little skinny boy.
Looks like Skinny Pete.
The murder of Bo Burn Horseman.
This is getting bloated.
You're getting bloated.
You're getting bloated.
Okay.
Oh god.
I can't think of funny incriminating evidence prompts.
Guys, quickly say a bunch of funny things.
Hello.
A bunch of
Funny
funny
things.
things.
A bunch
God.
of funny things. Go.
I fucking hate this.
That was very funny, love. Well done.
Listen, frick you, Hayden.
Whoa, relax.
Relax, Hayden. Hayden, need to
That
chill
just
the frick
really
out.
got me for some reason. Man, that was very funny, love.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna draw Doc Brown putting a lemon against a paper. Hold on.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I
That's
like that. I like
that's
that.
that's related, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Paper.
I've had a cough this whole fucking podcast.
Yeah, dude, you've had a cough your entire life. I mean,
I haven't. No, it's only recently.
yeah.
It's only for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Someone please kill me. Bring me out of this.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. The way I'm drawing him so far, he looks like the skeleton at the end of Psycho, the mom skeleton.
Oh my god. Oh, by the way, I liked that El Camino drawing you did.
Oh, thank you.
funny.
I very much enjoyed that movie. It's a very good movie.
So did I. I watched it not last night, night before last, because we were very busy while I was there. And then the last night I was like, this is my last chance to watch it with my friend in person. Let's watch this movie. So we did a double viewing. I introduced everyone to Freddy Got Fingered. It was a hit.
Yes.
They loved it.
Yes.
It was epic.
Funniest movie I've ever seen.
It's a funny movie.
And after that, we had an intermission, and then we watched El
An
Camino.
intervention.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely love Freddy Got Fingered. It always makes me laugh. I think my two favorite moments, my favorite line is when he's in the psychiatrist's office and he's like, he's a molester, he's a child
Yeah.
molester. And then he just yeets a bust of a statue out the window and
And he
jumps out.
won't stop screaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like everybody starts screaming after that.
I love
Oh man, it was a tragedy that we
Wait.
could not get that movie to work at Stu's house.
Dude,
I thought you did end up watching it.
Oh no! I actually, yeah, everyone did. I just
Watch it.
passed
It's just
out.
that I had recently watched it and I was exhausted, so like
I passed out. I decided to take like a 10-minute nap, and then just
Yeah.
woke up 8 hours later, and then no
watched,
one had fucking woke me because they were all watching Freddy Got Fingered,
They were entranced.
for 8 hours.
and then they just forgot about me.
Aw.
Yeah, no,
It's when the psychological trauma started.
yeah, that movie's great. And then my other favorite moment, my favorite moment in the whole movie, like the whole thing's funny.
Oh.
But I love when he's driving back to Oregon and he sees the horse like about to fuck another horse and he's eating a sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And the reaction shots of him eating the sandwich are the funniest fucking things I have ever seen put to film. Like the first one, he's like, he's got like right up against his mouth and he's got like half shut eyes, like watching the horses. And it cuts to the horses and it cuts back to him and it's like this tray of sandwich just all over him, all over the car, and he's like munching on it like a fucking cannibalistic madman.
The only way
so
I can
funny.
describe Freddy Got Fingered is it's a movie that just hates you. It just hates you. It's like, but my favorite part of the entire movie is still the dad going, what the fuck was it? What the hell are you doing, my scuba gear, you imbecile? And he fucking just smashed him
and he
through
just
the
pulls
glass
him
of
out
the
of the
shower.
shower. I'm underwater. Look, I found a treasure.
Treasure!
That's a treasure. That's soap on a rope.
Oh,
I'm pretending it's treasure. Get the hell out of my scuba gear, you imbecile! You imbecile!
yeah.
He fucking throws him
Rest in
through
peace, Rip Torn.
through the shower.
Rest in peace, Rip Torn.
Oh
Rest
Lord in
in peace,
heaven.
Rip Torn.
Yeah.
Or when he's on the phone, he's
Rip in
like,
peace.
40 million Deutschmarks! You're fired! You're fucking
Oh,
fired,
yeah,
Bob!
Do you want to know how I found out about Rip Torn dying?
I don't know how.
I took a bloody rest stop while I was running a delivery for my dad, and I got like a chicken sandwich from Red Rooster, which is a fast food chain down here.
28-year-old man, you can eat a chicken sandwich.
Yeah, anyway, fuck off, Dad. Anyway, so I was sitting in the parking lot on my fucking phone, and then someone had retweeted, "Is Rip Torn still alive?" as like a novelty account, and the account had just tweeted like parentheses, like nothing more, just parentheses. I'm like, oh god, is Rip Torn dead? And that's how I found out. A novelty account dedicated to telling people if Rip Torn was still alive said that Rip Torn was not still alive.
You know what? It did its job.
It did its job. It's like Michael Jackson health updates.
It performed
did.
beautifully.
Is Michael Jackson doing well? Not at the moment, but try again tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
Is DMX still in jail? No, is DMX in jail.com?
I don't know. Is he?
Let's check.
All right.
DMX is not in jail.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so proud of him.
Well done.
They should do one for, what's that guy?
As of January 25th, he is a free man.
Great.
Oh.
Of this year?
Yes.
I'm so proud of him.
He went to jail for a year for tax evasion.
Okay.
They should do one for that weird fucking rainbow hair guy, 69, where the fuck his name. They should have be like, has he been murdered yet by gangs?
Is Takeshi X9 still on the mortal coil? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Mortal
Tragically, yes.
It's that whole situation is fucking insane because like
You can
know,
fix this. He is located here.
yeah. God damn.
Take the Takashi 69 challenge and fucking kill him.
Oh,
List
God.
of genocides. You can improve this list by expanding it,
Oh my god.
Jesus.
which is my favorite fucking image of anything on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go Wikipedia.
I like how you're just in the distance doing the fucking gnome laugh.
Of course.
Very funny.
Have you guys ever
I
seen the
love
fucking?
my friends.
Have you guys ever seen the Noggin Flying song?
Yes.
Never.
It is the most like I'm not joking. It is the most anxiety-inducing thing on the planet. It literally makes me go into a panic state. Like whenever I watch it. Any of you who wants to watch a Noggin Flying song, do it.
The what?
the Noggin Flying song. It has the gnome in it.
Oh, yep.
He flies, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And it's a song about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was no song. That was to subvert your expectations.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know,
Well, now I've
okay.
outed myself.
I need to
Clearly, I've
stop
never
this
seen
record-
it.
I need to stop this fucking recording.
No, let's go for fucking 10 more hours.
Okay.
Welcome to the Melt the Brain podcast.
Welcome to episode 5 of Talking and Love is Drawing.
Oh.